So welcome to the Earth, where everything happens at a really light speed kind of zone in kind of time, because everything is like that. You don't believe that things are gonna happen this way. Well, they're not gonna happen this way. So make yourself in a happy ending and hope that you have a good life. Because life is really hard. I'm missing out everything I want. I don't really do nothing I want because everything is controlled by the outcomes. And lovely that we parents that are fake because a lot of child are changed at birth and eaten and fleshed out to life and everything. Of course, I have a good life. I'm 34. I'm going to be 35 in 10 days and everything. I'll be able to live to 100 years old and 1,000 years old. It doesn't matter. Like, I have those injections and everything. I try to make your life happy and miserable. But mostly miserable. So I wouldn't recommend injections or anything. But for now, it's not really good. It's just like that. So make yourself a good life and have a good life. I hope you like me. I hope you like my channel. It's gonna go big and it's gonna go big. Maybe 200,000 visitors in next month. We'll see. I had a good life. I had a very good life. But anyway, very miserable and very push and very very bad. Took me to the hospital, in a psychiatric yard because it chose for my life. There was no hearts, no understanding, no comprehension, So anyway, if you go there, you're probably gonna die in 2 weeks. That's what happens with those really, really, really bad parents, fake parents. Parents, you're independent. You're an independent soul. You live in this life independent. You have no attachments, no links, no karma, no generations, no lives. It's just like that. It happens. So I wish you a good life, and we're gonna continue the podcast a little bit in another time or this moment or whatever. Everyone is borderline and personality disorder, local and everything. It never ends. They can't have a good life. They don't have a good. They don't have a good. Soul, whatever. They cannot really understand what's happening. We have to change the words, we have to change the mentality, we have to change the zones. We have to change everything because in the end, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really work. It never really matters. You have to make a good life. You have to be better than everyone, around you, and hopefully that will carry you some far along right down the line. Speak French, Russian, anything. I suppose English, Chinese, Russian is better for that. But so it's like that. 说，我有，我说到的，说的，说，很好，很有，很有，很有，很有，我说，vous savez, le temps est assez illustre dans cette ainsi parce qu'il n'y a rien à faire, vous savez. Il n'y a rien à faire. Vous attendez notre vie, manger un peu de poids de centimes. It's like a little bit condensing your body to hide in the city and everything. You need a little bit of fame and a little bit of identity. And the way you're gonna go high and rise up in the stars and the cosmos and everything. I didn't have a good beer today. I didn't make it for 10 weeks. So it's like that. I wouldn't recommend stuff like that. Very joyous. Yeah. So do you like some mercy and have some identity about yourself and go to school for maybe 2 years, when you're young, from 10 to 11, and that's it, learn mathematics and French, and that's about it, you don't have to learn those things. Evidently not, because it's just a very, very bad dimension, where you do nothing, until you have an opening your heart. It's not really good, there's nothing there. You have to be natural and supposedly natural, and don't make war, make peace or whatever, neutrality or whatever, Don't attack people, do your life, follow your path, all those miserable shit, that you hear for billions of years, trying to find the mystical teaching, the integrated teaching, education. It doesn't work like that, Learning by yourself, you're born, you walk, you talk, you do any gibberish kind of talks, you should walk home, you should walk over, what do you mean? What you mean is that it doesn't really work like that, Try to make your life miserable place, miserable government, miserable income intake, So it works like that. You do what you want, a good life. Maybe this podcast is going to last like 2 hours, I don't know, we'll see. People like long stuff, to relax and chill and just sit on a couch and listen to something. You look at something stupid but benevolent and interesting and useful and YouTube, So be useful to society and have a good life, and I don't know, maybe stuff is going to happen to you. I don't really know what to say. You try to make some things miserable, you try to have a good life, you try to live your life, and everything happens for a reason, and nobody is all integral attitude about our lives, beings, and everything. Try to connect to the infinite, because your realization of that, that the infinite is there, infinite. It's like that, you move your hand, it's infinite, it takes two movements to move from the right to the left, 1, 2, and 2, and that's right there, that's like that, So have a good life, and depend on yourself and nothing, and it's gonna be like that, make no mistakes. Make no mistakes, make no mistakes. Have a good life, and try to be stubborn about yourself. Try not to, you try to make some decisions about yourself, and it works, it's just like that. It's made like that. It's meant for you to make no mistakes. Go to school 20 years, 40 years, 60 years, learn something. Donner quelque chose au monde, contribute to the world, get something to the world, and that happens to be like that, Because if you don't have your physical integral, it's never going to work. If you can't lift a weight of 200 pounds with your arm and a bicep curl, it's not going to work. 10 times, 10,000 times, it's not going to work. It's the minimal attitude you have to have about life. If you don't grow a body, you're not going to have a good life. If you weigh 200 pounds and you're 6'9", it's not enough. Sorry, man. It's really not enough. You have to weigh at least 359, so you're 6'2", or whatever, it works like that, Fat, a little bit of fat is good, maybe 10 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, if you're 6'9", 7'2", 7'3", 7'6", whatever, You grow a little bit. You're always crossing, Geshubo, Bijurish, Turbulent, have your life, go out a little bit, have your life, eat whatever, eat a salad, eat whatever you want, And it's not too good for you, because you don't add the sauce, you don't add this, you don't add that. It's not really good, it's not tasteful, tasted, It doesn't really work, I can talk for hours, but everyone has a different language, and you don't understand everything. If you learn a little bit of this and that, if you go to the shop, you go to the mall, you go to the physical education, you go to the, education stadium, whatever, the X stores, and you learn some things. You go to the moon, go to the base, go to the police attitude. You never know what you're a police person. You never know what you're going to do, Try to bring people, help people, aid people, come into people's life, intervene, And so it works like that, If you know the fourth, the fifth, the major left. You're never gonna go old. You're never gonna go old. Try to live 100 years. Whatever, have a good family, kids, if you want. I personally don't really want kids right now. Maybe when I'm 44, 45, 46, maybe 4 kids. I'll see, Because there's no woman around. There's no man around can make kids. It doesn't work like that. But in the term, the protesters of a man, it doesn't work, If you become a medical doctor and an engineer, whatever, it's good, Try to have multiple roles, At least be in education and physical, So you teach people and you do some physical work with the body, physical movement, physical movement. So that helps a lot. Play whatever, invent sports, whatever you play with the ball. You get 2 chicks points, 3 chicks points, peaceful, friendly, amicable, No pushing, no beating, no hitting, punching, so whatever, Not too good. A little bit of boxing, a little bit of that. But in the end, you break your body, you break your attitude, you break your compartmentalization of your stupid attitude, your behavior. If you do behavior research, behavioral studies, research, it's going to be good. But in the end, it's just because you have a broken behavior that you do that. You always do the profession that you're the least good at. So as a police officer, a hockey player, a physicist, medical doctor, an historian, an engineer, police, whatever, Try to be peaceful, and have your life. Don't be scared of people. N'ayez pas peur des gens, s'il vous plaît. N'ayez pas d'anxiété, de tout cœur, ça sert à rien. Voilà, que si personne ne boit personne, puis les styles de passé, the history, the comic vibes of the past, history of the past, of the world, it doesn't work like that, Try to make your mind clean and fresh, like when you're fresh, and that's gonna go well, I don't talk too well because I have to make some skips back in the time zones of the openness of your mind, your cerveau, your brain, So. Ça, le cerveau est vrai, mais il faut l'utiliser, il faut pas le décevoir, puis try to keep your integral body, please, and use plasma zones, light therapy, or whatever, like iron therapy, or whatever, Try not to use too much of your mind too much of the time, because there's other things in that, there's your astral karma, there's your metaphysical karma, there's your cosmological karma. Now we had a dictionary, okay? Just use the words from pole to cosmos, and in that and it becomes like that, Everything is good, Go to Oxford, Yale, Cambridge, it doesn't matter, okay? Have a life, try to lower your fee studies, and equal it with your salary or whatever, tap it down with your salary. But in the end, it's not going to be like that. You're going to have a good life. You're going to pursue days, pursue your hours, your time, your, linear happenings. And it's going to be like that. Hope you understand my language because you're sure. I'll do 10 minutes. I think it's going to last 2 hours, but I don't have the SD. I have like 250 gigs. Probably 356 gigs on that, and it should be 756. And nowadays, your phone should have 2 terabytes or 4 or 10 terabytes, Probably like 20 terabytes, 100 terabytes. Because usually videos take about 2 gigs a minute, so that's about it, you're done with that, 4K, 8K, 12K, it's like, 200K, it's about 2 gigs a minute, at 100K bitrate accumulation, so it's like that, it goes well, it goes really quick, it happens like that, So if you have a good life, you're going to have a good life, but in the end, it's not a good life, if you want to have a good life, a good place, it's a really bad place, but I was supposed to go to Europe in 2015, but I came back to Europe after 2 or 3 months, 10 months, 2 years in Europe, and I was born in Montreal. But in the end, it's not really the place I want to be because I want to have nicer place, balconies, terraces, bed bunts, and elevated beds, underground places, facilities, and everything, that you can order in your life and have a good life and place your things and organize your things, and that's it, organize your things. But you have a good life, boys and girls, whatever you are, If you're everything to try out, it's good, I don't mind, You're pretty much everything. You're pretty much infinite, But you build your race, you build your car, you build your attitude, you build everything, So you try to make yourself a good life. Take a shower every couple of days. It doesn't matter. 2 hours, whatever. Try to be clean. Probably every 4 days. You take a good shower. 2 hours, 4 days, 5 days. I'll go more than 5 days with the shower because you're in this climate and it's really cold. It's really hot. It's really temperature. It's really high side, burning, So you try to have a good life, ça brûle les choses, vous savez, le français c'est bien, mais en fait, tout le dictionnaire est pour rien, il n'y a rien là-dedans. C'est juste des mots pour contempler la vérité, puis dire des choses qui sont pas faciles, puis qui n'ont pas rapport avec les choses qui sont vraiment faciles dans votre cœur, dans votre esprit, dans votre affaire. Tout demandeur, là, s'il vous plaît, là. Signez votre passante intérieure, là, puis tout ça, là. Puis il y a des faits pour les maris, parce que, bon, il ne peut rien faire dans les... C'est où, on s'en fout, mais on s'en fout. Tu nommes une femme, tu nommes une thérapeute, une clinicien, whatever, on s'en fout, quoi. Vous en avez plus, c'est tout négatif. Alors, essayez d'être un peu positif, il y a des choses faciles à faire, comme la légèreté, l'éducation, la médecine, l'intercation. Parce qu'au final, l'intercation, ça vaut pas bien. Moi, j'étais arrêté pour rien faire, pour faire de bruit, pour chanter, pour tout. C'est tout d'abord des fouilles, les grades, les anciennes médailles, tout ça. Vous en avez si vous en méritez, mais en fait, ça ne vaut pas grand-chose, parce que vous avez toute la comparaison avec les autres, ça vaut pas grand-chose. Puis il y en a qui n'ont rien fait, puis qui ont 40, qui n'ont rien du tout, il y en a qui ont fait plein d'affaires, il y en a qui ont rien fait, puis qui n'ont rien du tout, il y en a qui ont fait plein d'affaires, puis qui n'ont rien du tout. Moi j'ai 42 milliards de médailles, une seule front, une seule anus, puis une seule rectum, puis c'est ça. Je peux le faire, les gens ont peur de tout, on a peur de tout. On n'a pas des très bons corps, vous savez, il faut les évoluer, il faut les travailler, il faut débloquer ça, tu sais. Les années, whatever, c'est pas grand chose. Hein. S'il y a 255 000 sigles dans l'univers, si vous en avez juste 4, c'est pas très bon. Il faut en avoir au moins 20 000 ou 40 000 ou 100 000 ou 200 000, 400 millions, 2 millions, parce que vraiment, il n'y a pas grand chose à faire. Si vous avez 40 cycles d'abeilles dans l'estomac, 200, 2000 couples de pères chromosomes, il n'y a pas grand chose à faire. Si vous avez appris votre secondaire 5, tout ça, c'est assez, mais c'est pas grand chose. Il n'y a pas de grand chose. Ça pousse dans la limite de l'ésotérisme, de la misère, puis de rien du tout, puis de l'inexistant, puis de... Qu'est-ce que je fasse? Il n'y a pas grand chose à faire dans les jeux, dans les jeux, soyez ce que vous êtes, soyez gros, soyez fidèles, soyez petits, soyez grands, soyez petits, soyez 2 ans, 5 ans, 5 ans, on s'en fout, tu sais. On s'en fout vraiment en fait, parce que hier j'ai fait un concert à la PDA, à l'OSM, mais c'était pas grand chose, hein. Je chantais plus fort que tout le monde, les gens chantaient, moi je chantais, et ça faisait pas assez pour 400 pièces, ça devrait être 2000 pièces, 200 000 pièces, 2 millions. Parce que pour vrai c'est rien. Tu chantes toute la nuit, tu fais 200 millions, c'est pas grand chose, hein. Tu peux acheter une quoi, tu peux donner un peu, 20 millions à tout le monde, mais c'est juste ça, tu sais. Qu'est-ce que l'argent fait dans un système final capitaliste final, tu sais. C'est une construction, ça dure 20 000 pièces, ça travaille 10 mois, tu sais, pas grand chose, tu sais. Pour le travail, ça devrait être 255 millions, c'est par personne, c'est pour 10 ans, tu sais. Tu comprends? C'est 25, 2,2, tu sais. 1,8 million par mois, quelque chose. Parce que pour vrai, 25 millions par mois, parce que pour vrai, c'est pas grand chose, tu sais. Faut relever les chiffres, relever les odeurs. C'est quoi les chiffres? 2 plus 2, 4, 5 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 9. 4 plus 8 plus 8, 9. 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 20, 25, 25 plus 25, 25,000 billion, 600.66666066666. You know? Linear capitalistic capitalism. Don't run too much with the people that make a lot of money, or make no money, or try to be in between the realms, and try to give a little bit of assurance and have some attitude in your investments and everything, because in the end, it really doesn't matter. In the end, it really doesn't matter. Read the song. In the end, it really doesn't matter. What matters is your attitude, your physical, and everything, And we do that. Don't be scared of people. You mentioned physical, people think you're going to punch them, kill them, or whatever, It doesn't work like that. It's not like that in Canada, it's not like that in Europe. Nothing works like that anywhere, Just try to have some attitude about it. To be honest, tours are way too long. I think I'm going up now, and we'll see what's coming up in the next episode or whatever, Bye.